Before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for educational purposes only. For legal and financial advice, please seek help from a licensed professional. Thank you. Today's show is also sponsored by IAR Property Solutions. If you're looking to sell, buy, or renovate your property, IAR will be by your side through the merry real estate ride. Welcome to the Humble Hustle Podcast. My name is Antoine Basquiat, and I will be your host for today's episode. Well, let's go on to our next segment, which is the last segment of the day: wants, needs, and goals. Kind of more so talking about our aspirations, right? Like, what do we want? What are the next steps that we need? And kind of how we get there. So we're going to kick it off with Josh Sanders on this one, and I just want to ask you, if you could change one thing about your business, what would it be? What would you want that change to be?
I guess I would go with location.
Mm.
I love being out here in South Florida. There's obviously a huge market for what I do, but I've always wanted to settle down and be in North Carolina. That's kind of been the goal, but
Decades?
it's been it's been cold for the past 2 weeks, and if I had to live in the bus in North Carolina these past, I would die. I would literally
Man,
die.
I got hoodies on hoodies in my
That's not cutting it because I sleep in hoodies. I sleep on that. It's 55 degrees and I'm sleeping on a heated mattress. Like I'd be
55.
right, and I'd be struggling if I was where y'all at. So, um, I would say location. I do want to end up there eventually, but besides that, like I said, I love what I do. I love the bus. Um, maybe I would say if any. No, because that's a want. That's a want. That's later. That's the next question. So I'll leave it there. If I had to change one thing about it, I'd choose to be where I want to be and to be settling down in life, and instead of being out here in South Beach partying and doing all this extra stuff.
That Miami life gets tough, man. I know.
Yeah, yeah, tempting.
For sure, man. Like I said, before, North Carolina, I think it's a very special place to me. We're both from New York. It's a lot different. Both of you guys can speak on it, right? North Carolina, I think, is very entrepreneur friendly. There's a lot of small local businesses out here in a lot of different industries. So I'm always advocating for North Carolina. I'm going to push that. Maybe North Carolina can sponsor this podcast next, but we'll most definitely try and get you out here. The whole thing. So just going back to Josh Bailey with the same question. What would you change if there's one thing you could change about your business? What would it be?
Yeah, I guess the paths I do for marketing. I think right now that's really one of my big things. It is word of mouth, and word of mouth is great, but word of mouth isn't always as plentiful as I would like it. So, maybe trying to figure out different ways to market. Obviously, no school background, so definitely didn't go to school for marketing. I don't understand all that. The algorithms of how people push stuff, and so learn stuff about that, and just trying to change how I push stuff out and get my stuff in front of the right people who are looking for an honest contractor who's going to take care of what they want, and listen to them and not just rush through a job and take advantage of them. So I think that'd probably be it.
Okay. Yeah. Before I deep dive into that what you were saying too, I kind of want to just say a little tidbit on this whole segment at all is really to gain and understand the different wants and needs and goals that you both guys have, and hopefully, right, through this podcast, hopefully through our shared networks of people, like you might know some people that in North Carolina that can help Josh out. Josh might know some people in North Carolina or Florida that can help you out, and vice versa. So hopefully we can be able to contact and put everybody into contact with one another that pushes you and helps you guys to move your businesses forward. So that's kind of the whole point of the wants and needs goals segment of today's podcast. So I just wanted to go back to what you were saying a little bit, Josh Bailey, on your marketing part. And this is kind of me kind of putting on my coaching hat a little bit and asking you, what does marketing look like to you in your industry? I don't even know what options do you have? What avenues would you take?
So and that's really the thing, it's where do I want to market? You see
Mm.
some people out there who, they got the cheesy one-liners that are catchy, or they got the songs that are stuck in your head, and but then I know your song, you love that one, but
I love them.
you know, to me, that's not the sustenance of the message. I want people, when they see my logo or they see my name or see something like that, they go, that guy will take care of your job. And I think a lot of that is the face to face personable. A lot of people I meet, like at Lowe's, I have a great
Mhm.
relationship with the pro desk over there at one certain store, and they introduce me to their other contractors, and then we have a working relationship, and it's, hey, I don't do this, but this guy does. So just kind of getting that on a digital scale, getting that out there as far as when somebody sees my information, they know, that's somebody who I can trust, and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I think that's really great. Trying to figure out the marketing thing is always hard. I heard somebody say it was like a video or something, and they asked the question, why don't you see any commercials for Rolls Royce? And I was like, huh, I never, I don't know. I never looked for a
Yeah.
Rolls Royce. But they market to people who can buy planes. That's what they said. I don't know if this is true or not, but basically what they do is when somebody's trying to sell a plane or buy a plane, they'll park the Rolls Royce right next to it. A plane is, I don't even know. That's out of my budget, but a plane is a lot of money. It's expensive. And then when they look at that Rolls Royce, they're like, I might just buy that instead of the plane. So that's like the marketing that they have. And I say that to say kind of just because what you said, Josh, is it's very crucial to place your marketing where your target audience is.
Yeah.
Like you said, both of you guys said, it sounds like it's a reoccurring theme, right? The word of mouth, walking up to people and just saying, "Hey, this is what I do. Listen, this is go to my website, see my social media. Look what I've done. Look what I'm about." And getting that trust. I think this is the reoccurring theme. The whole conversation is word of mouth, trust,
Mhm.
marketing, minimizing cost,
Yeah.
locking in motivation. These are all the things that we can just throughout the whole conversation both of you guys have said, which has been honestly amazing. You guys have nothing to do with each other industry wise, but you guys are
It's
saying the
all the
same thing, and that's
same.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really any business. I mean,
Hmm.
you can call it Google reviews, you can call it whatever you want, but it's that word of mouth that, if somebody's heard about you 10 times, they're going to take that leap of faith, and it's, you don't just Google somebody and say, oh, first one that popped up. You want to look at those reviews. You want to see, are they actually a good contractor? Are they a, good occupational therapist? Are they, who you want to take care of you? And I think that's pretty strong.
It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah, for sure. I think it takes a lot for somebody to recommend, right? So I think that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Mhm.
I've seen Google reviews where they complain about the parking lot. So
Right.
anybody,
Yeah.
so for this next question, I want you guys to, you can close your eyes or whatever you want to do. You can, but I want you guys to think big. I want you guys to say, well, in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this is what I see. So the next question is, what is the next level of your business and what would it take to get there? Josh Sanders.
Josh, you, uh,
Oh,
I
Josh
got
Bailey.
okay.
Wait, wait, no, no.
No, no, I got it. I got you.
We got to do a
Um,
buzzer. We got to have a buzzer next time.
whoever goes first, Family Feud style.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say so initially when I started this business, I wanted a strength and conditioning aspect to it. So my best friend is a strength and conditioning coach, but he lives up in Jersey.
Mhm.
And I really wanted him to, like, be going 50-50, him half strength conditioning, half athletic training, and it could be virtual, in person, but he had other plans. That is what the goal is for me within the next, what, 7 to 10 years. I would like to get a brick and mortar
Mm.
gym with the athletic training aspect to it as well. And then keep the bus, obviously. I'd like to get maybe like 4 more buses, maybe gut them out, do the same thing, and allow people to actually go to people's houses and do rehabs and treatment and stuff like that if they aren't able to make it to the gym or don't feel, a lot of people don't feel comfortable coming to the gym. So if we can extend that service to do it in their house, just pain relief at your house, get stronger at your house, get knowledge at your house. If I could come to you and provide all of those things, I think that'd be very beneficial. Or have a staff of people that I feel comfortable letting out to do it. So that's kind of the goal of brick and mortar, with maybe like 3 or 4 more buses to kind of like actually be able to serve the public instead of just being stationary at one spot.
Hmm. And I will tell you from my perspective, when when it comes to wintertime, I go to hibernation. I don't like to leave the house. I barely leave the house as is, even when it's summertime. So that's like nothing. So if I could rent a few barbells, dumbbells, and just work out at home,
That's
listen,
life.
I'm sign me up, subscription
That's
style.
it. That's it. Like, that's it.
Yeah, and I think it's also cool too that you're saying you would also do the brick and mortar and have more buses. I think that's like you said, that niche is pretty awesome. So that's really cool, man. You might even be able to customize those buses at some point because you're going to be an expert, man. It's
Actually,
crazy
yeah,
what
I
you've done
actually,
with that bus.
yeah, to be honest, I'm still working on it. Like, literally maybe earlier this week, I sold the wheelchair lift out of it, so I'm about to build like
Mm.
a sink slash shower combination, so I can actually shower in there and whatnot comfortably. But no, I became a handyman over the past few years, so I got saws, I got drills, I got everything. So, but I could
Well,
use Josh Bailey's knowledge. That's what I need. I need the knowledge.
listen, that sounds pretty awesome, man. Because if you're basically a one-stop shop now people can take showers there too. You know what I
You see,
mean?
you see,
Like,
you
hey,
see, you see
I
that
see
your
the merch,
boss,
man.
your body's one
One-stop
stop
shop.
shop.
Exactly. So let me go ahead and kick the same question to Josh Bailey, which was, what is the next level for your business, and what would it take for you to get there?
Yeah, so really the next one is going to be getting my actual GC license for North Carolina. That'll just enable me to take on bigger jobs and have that assurity that I can tackle any project. I'm working on that right now, going through all the process of it. It's quite a detailed process, getting through all the paperwork. And obviously, I'm not a paperwork guy who knows all the lingo and trying to. I've called the office probably 10 times. They probably know my phone number, asking questions that I can't figure out, where to go next on it. So you're really just taking that, and then from there, it's just going to take off. It's going to allow me to really market myself as able to take on any project, and really get into that real estate realm as well with the IAR stuff, and
Mhm.
tackle any job, not just for us but for others, and just you name it, we can definitely do that. And then I'd really like to get into customizing some buses for a guy. Bring him up here to North
Yeah,
Carolina.
that's it. Come
We'll
on,
outfit them all, man. You get the bus, we'll make it happen. So
You
we
see,
could
we're
we could
making
work that.
connections already. We're
yeah,
making
but,
connections
That's-
already.
you gotta move up here though. I can't be
Yeah,
traveling out of
yeah.
Florida.
He'll
You mean
burn,
you
man.
don't
He'll
want to
burn.
take a trip to Miami?
Nah, nah.
Say like
Well,
we can work something out.
Josh
Yeah,
Bailey, I think that reminds me of something that I need to say before we move on is IAR. Today's show is sponsored by IAR Property Solutions. They
there
will
you
be
go.
by your side through the Merry Real Estate Ride. Had to slip that in, little promo.
Yeah.
Got to get our sponsors in. So yeah, so just kind of moving on. What what do you guys have any upcoming projects that you guys are excited about, or what kind of projects, or I guess those are your future plans, right? So what upcoming projects are you guys excited about going into?
So my next one I'm really looking at is it's going to be a full kitchen remodel. It's for the same customers that I had that did that outbuilding for the guy. They want to
Mm,
wait till after all the holidays, and they had some health things they want to get taken care of. So we're going to be diving into to do a full kitchen remodel on their kitchen. So exciting on that. Trying to bring their vision to life. They've got some plans of they used to be a workable kitchen for them, and now it's just not what they want anymore. So, I like tackling those kind of projects. It's not just painting a room; it's recreating something for somebody, and changing the whole dynamic of the flow of the house, and especially kitchens and bathrooms. It's really, it's a fun big projects.
That's awesome, man. Bringing dreams into reality for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Josh Sanders, same thing. Anything upcoming
Um,
that you're excited about?
I'm getting ready to move back to Texas for the next 4 months for my UFL league. But when I get back, like I'm building the sink and shower conversion now. But what I really want to do when I get back after the league is I never really fully gutted it. Like I really just took the seats out and took all the bus stuff out. I never took like the floor or the ceiling out or anything like that. So I think when I get back from Texas, I really want to do that and fully gut it and actually get it to be, a livable place. It was a workable place. It wasn't a livable place. Now I'm living in an unlivable, workable place, but I make it work. I make it
Yeah,
work.
I got you.
So, but after the season, I think that's what I want to do is fully gut it and I'm gonna call Josh. I'm gonna get your number after this, and we're definitely gonna be in contact because I'm a little bit of a handyman. I ain't too much of
Yeah,
one.
most definitely, man. I got no problem helping you out for sure.
Don't put in that work. All right. Well, just I want to go ahead and thank you both for taking the time out and joining this podcast and doing this episode. I'd like to thank our audience. Most definitely like to thank Aaron
Yes,
for
sir.
moderating all those questions and stuff,
Appreciate
because there were most definitely some good bangers coming through the door.
it.
So before we head out, I kind of just want to leave this, want you guys to kind of leave a few remarks for our audience and just kind of give some last minute advice to any new business owners. If you had to give some advice to them, what would you give them?
Do it. Just get started.
Do it.
What's that saying? The best day to start something is yesterday, and the second best is today. Something like that.
Best day to
You
plant a
know?
tree. I was gonna say that earlier. Best day to plant a
Yeah.
tree was
Wow.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I gotta get the
Yeah.
fortune cookies you guys get, man.
But I mean,
That's
that's
good.
really it. I mean, there's people out there who do this who have less training and less knowledge and less know-how and less money, and just start. You're gonna find some issues, and sometimes they cost money, sometimes they cost gray hairs, but you get them figured out, and just keep pushing, and eventually you'll get a nice, well-oiled machine, and it'll be nice.
Yeah, I can't agree more, man. Just do it.
Just
Just
I was
do
do
it.
it.
gonna say I was gonna say start too, but since he said start, I'm gonna say don't stop because like
Ooh.
Yeah.
you know, like you're gonna have times where you're gonna be like, all right, this is costing too much or this is too tedious. Like just keep going. I promise you, you'll get your flowers. The end of the road, there will be flowers for you. So just keep pushing.
For sure. I think we could most definitely put both of those on t-shirts. Maybe not the just do it, that's Nike. But we can work something out for sure. We got some merch ideas coming for
Just
sure.
get started. Something like
Just
that.
get started, yeah. Just get started. And then on the back it says, "Don't stop." I think I
Don't
like
stop.
that. I like that. Don't stop. Okay, well, before we leave out here today, I just wanted to give you guys a moment to let the people know how they can contact you. How can they reach out for your particular services? So go ahead and let them know where they can find you. Bailey?
Yeah, so I got the website, owpropertysolutions.com. You can email me, j.bailey at owpropertysolutions. You see all my stuff on there. I got, who we work with and some pictures of some work. Definitely contact me and make some stuff happen.
All right, sounds good. And this being the first episode, pilot episode, maybe we can put something in editing, have it across
Yeah.
the screen. Well, we're working on that. We're working on that. Josh Sanders, go ahead.
If I'm gonna keep it 100, the best way to contact me is probably my phone number. Which quiz, if you want to put it on the end, you're more than welcome to.
Gotcha.
The two marketing things I would like to get into over this next year. My goal is really get on Google marketing and Facebook marketing. I noticed that's where a
Mm,
lot of good marketing comes from. Social, I love I mean, TikTok is great, Instagram is great. Personally for me, I just wasn't seeing the results I wanted from there. And like I said, don't stop, but at the same time I've found other venues where I can put my time and get the results, not the exact results that I want, but a little bit more than I was seeing on Instagram and TikTok. But That being said, Squiz, you could put my phone number and email up there if you please. When I get the Facebook and Google up and running, yeah, I'm more than welcome to check me out there. But those are my main.
All right. No, sounds good, man. If I figure out the editing part, we're good. But we'll most definitely put it in there. So again, I'd like to thank all of you guys for being part of this. I think this was a really good conversation. Hopefully we can have more of these, maybe individual or just more in general. I think is really constructive and really does help a lot of people out. Aaron, thank you for the help for sure, putting this thing together and moderating the chats and questions and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. Also, I'd like to give a quick thanks to Toastmasters Century Green for bringing this podcast to life and really giving that soundful advice, and to our sponsors, IAR Property Solutions. They will be ready for all your real estate needs from buying, selling, and renovating. Also, just one quick personal shout out. I'd like to thank my wife Mariah because she's downstairs with 2 kids, boy, which is allowing me to be up here doing this podcast with you guys. So I'm going to most definitely play her the unedited version of this so she knows I gave her a shout out.
Well, then I
But-
want to shout my wife out for bringing my laptop charger out to the workshop because I forgot it.
You see, you need a support
That's-
system, man.
That's
We
why I
got you.
stepped away. I was like almost dying on my laptop. So
Well, listen, that's a good sign of a great conversation. So again, thank you guys for coming. And all to our audience, like the great Joshes have said, just do it and don't stop. Start your business today. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Have a good
All right.
night.